dollar no performance. You will say about 10, but the Bank of Ghana a report say is here na 12 cities. Now, I know President Mahama in his presentation, any questions a coin and you are the buy and say, baby, city no edro or pe baby na was sit down properly. Akwa say wako baby na ase okoha is wait here, okoha is wait here. I feel pe baby permanently no obe choke. Was say I feel na city no person settle down so that importers and exporters able to me a plan for their businesses. Yes, sir, the performance of the city no kindly. Send about 10 call ya and then aqua 12 year ye di hunkomoy.
That's no me chani with you for ne edmapa obo edeboa o man Ghana. Nyamiri mukwenye send your kind no. Ye nyina na Ghana for nyina be na ni achi. Esan say from the beginning of the year no na city no ahode no apeja akodu brebia so obi on so okay any managers bomode le huya mani to ba be 10 Ghana city. That was very significant. Nana obodu na so hwema edifa so bebre ebae ama Ghana ko nya ahoto translate to the point say inflation na price of goods and services na back na interest rate so back up. The agency has also controlling foreign exchange and I say CD dollar no a boy economy in say Ghana economy no to a larger extent import dependent. Na say the tax no money be free amanoni at the bank Ghana. In the time now CD no it may be 10 Ghana cedis no. Na say CD no as comparable to the foreign currency no. CD now be a good estimate the dollar. It cannot be probably 8 make cranioma at the free amanone at the back Ghana. Now, because the economy is import dependent, a bois and my prices of goods and services will be not here. And it's in your money that traffic amanone the bano. The Benao say yes, it's so. It's say a more, say oil, say citrate, say a biscuit in your mouth. I won't send your money in a not so ethical. It's an import, no, a very cheaper. Now, a good thing. I bought on my own. But while suddenly air cosono, now there was another negative setback to the economy of Ghana. Now that negative setback, and then they say the economy to another extent also no, export dependent based on some particular products. Be it from gold, be it from timber, be it from cocoa, and other exports also. Now say a basana na say your exports no are more expensive to the foreign communities. And it's so also a person making profit or beko baby your money more competitive. It's all the cranium in free Ghana. Now one the cranium in free Ghana and I say your export volumes so they say I subete no. Now say so and simple cry say exporting your mana. Yes, it's can the the equivalent now. You don't say exporters and boka baby. And this was the two scenarios on our agency. And you don't have to go in for excessive appreciation of the city. And secondly, you don't have to go in for excessive depreciation of the city. And if the economy is supposed to be say you must be able to reach an equilibrium. Equilibrium, it will be a market forces, the forces of demand and supply. But to the managers of the economy, Omar Chair say, Omitma manages city, I'm not going to do 10 Ghana cities. Now, a bit do honorable, you who for so buy. But the same managers who say, Sardina or Moyano, maybe how a export volumes and export value. And it was being done at a cost to the state. It's area done to the cost to the state, what do you need to do? You must be able to find a middle ground. And it is I didn't do the Bank of Ghana interventions, exporting inflows, now I say reserves, now supporting the economy. It might be do 10 Ghana cities, Or when we say a high economy, or more transfer can I say, or more easy those restrictions. And those restrictions not more easy, and then ama as a city aside a depreciate kakra abedu 12 Ghana cedis, but not because say obutumi nye emanenko na maybe a chwe buka say nyɛ sɛ dia president kwa bɛka sɛ cedi no yɛmpɛ sɛ bɛkyerɛ 10 Ghana cedis a na nka Ghanafoɔ bebree na asusu sɛ anka cedi no ɛtumi bra bɛ 8 Ghana cedis and 7 Ghana cedis ɛyɛ asɛmpa a good thing, but it was being done at the detriment of the economy. Na a higher export kɛseɛ yɛde fango kwama no ne a higher yɛde gold kwama no ne a higher yɛde cocoa kwama no ne a higher any nkɔfɔ more exporting nobody kwama no no ɛha ɔmo ɛgye basa na yɛsi yɛpɛ sɛ boama Ghanafoɔ adwuma ɛkɔ n'anim na sɛ Ghanafoɔ adwuma bɛkɔ n'anim a na yɛ one way ni sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛ export na yɛntumi survive with an export abra we see the near appreciate it too much as compared to it. Not say appreciation emboa, but when you look at the appreciation within the shortest time now, not emboa cafe, and a depreciation to excessive one within the shortest time, emboa. And right now, no, we must be able to reach that equilibrium level. That equilibrium, would help us to show, say, going forward, yeah, in Emma economy, either the city will appreciate excessively within the shortest time and as depreciate excessively within the shortest time. But we can work within a boundary. Maybe you can allow some percentage of either appreciation or depreciation, but it must not go beyond a certain level. That certain level, you and I, we don't have that control. That control is in the hands of the governor and then let me say the Ministry of Finance, because they are the ones working together using monetary and fiscal policies. And it is maybe it is to reach an equilibrium. Now, equilibrium, the managers know the true value of the economy. And then if the what is the cost of it to the state? And it's right now, let us appreciate say to show that they can work on it. Now, baby, I do now 12 Ghana cedis, It is not because of which me and managing 10 and even below 10. No. But they want the true value to come out so that businesses can plan for the long term. And see, this is it. But for me, I have a belief that it will be between the 12 and then 13 for stability. Then from next year going, looking at how things will go live, and then business is not planning your omonio, then they can have a percentage rate, either plus or minus, either 5 or 10% appreciation or depreciation, and with my economy. But going by 40% appreciation within 6 months, or going by 40% depreciation within 6 months, it will really hurt the economy.
I see. But the export assembly worker, but the vice versa importation. We going to say the Ghanaian economy is import driven. Yenim kwan dollar no so tie ema see the nya hoden no positive impact on the economy no in terms of enema Ghanaians patronize prices of goods and services. Even though for crano etiasie se enei dollar ninti fango so ate etiasie so yetimi ete yen transport so saa ho no so yen hwe ho so kan ho import no kwa na ye hwe
nyamere mikrani enye import no kwa na ye hwe because import ni buy na ma bo so tete
ya export no kwa na ye hwe na say importation no so e kan ho no na pese meka.
Okay, and see the managers of the economy, they manage and balance the two, because to a large extent, the exporting the money because the raw materials are imported. Let's say raw materials,
yes,
and to a larger extent, now you are also looking at import substitution effect. And see, ocean yoma okrefa manoni bebrebe no. My economy abe import dependent. And then I will be to me I be one and say you can make use of the internal measures. I be my economy na sustaining, so that our economy no more import dependent. My more example. the time bi a yɛkra fango efi amanɔne de ba nti sɛ yɛ a yɛsɛ fango boɔ amanɔne ne boɔ akɔ soro anaa aba fam ɛne ne boɔ ɛma etumi to fango at the various forms na the internal measure ka yɛsɛ betumi ayɛ a betumi aboa the economy ne sɛ yɛwɔ storage facilities a betumi aboa yɛ ana aside storage facilities no yɛtumi refine yɛankasa fango ɛwɔ Ghana ha ana because this is an internal measure so to putting in place so one can refining wild petroleum products in Ghana has here. It doesn't depend on the foreign currency. Where economy is bit master steady. So back let's say no matter man no matter what cost for Ghana, electricity tariffs. Now electricity tariffs, it go fan go near the power and thermal plants, liquid fuel. And it is within the internal measures mechanisms. So which we say okay. A cheaper cost to liquid fuel, a better gas. And in the pay and gas processing plant, needs me gas for Ghana Hate, needs me empower a thermal plant. You will not need the external one. I was also craft a liquid fuel, extra man on it at the back. And as a Siano, so we are now managing inflation rate up the year almost close to a single digit. In 11 one baby. That is very significant. Every baby at the back. And for stability's sake, going forward, say, dollar nuclear to the city, I be do 12 Ghana cities. And my inflation ain't me rising to even above 15 again. Then the economy are getting to that stability level. Your interest rates also outperform to the point that now businesses can easily borrow at an affordable rate as compared to the previous years. And for businesses now, they can easily access it. So in terms of entrepreneurship and other things, the third factor is the government of Ghana, as it stands right now, do not have any appetite for external borrowing. And it is based on internal measures and fiscal discipline. Fiscal discipline, and you cut your quote according to your size. And it's a government expenditure targeted towards infrastructure that can pay back on its own. And our relevant sectors of the economy are a bit not generating money for it. And so government is also targeting agriculture, government is targeting manufacturing, government is targeting big push, which is an infrastructure investment. So these measures now we'll put it in place, will help sustain the stability now we're expecting, And going forward now, here I did not do around 12 Ghana cities. I expect it to be between the boundary of 12, 13, and 11. Let me say maximum 11 to 13. Businesses can plan for it effectively. Now going forward, the export measures now more put into place. Whether it is the 24-hour economy, whether it is the manufacturing assistance, whether it is the agricultural thing, with Ghana and our school farms in your manner, they are all going to be in the long run beneficial to the economy. I remember export my it's my pejano so. And as I say, so we are also benefiting from a rise in gold prices on the international market. Cocoa also bought air cost manoni. Franco also it has been a bit stable for the past period. And it is in the depreciating kakrano. And it's a bit more government revenue so upon an kakra whilst promoting export. Now it may sustain the economy. And this is the scenario. But I know that the managers of the economy, whether it is the monetary people and after the fiscal people, they know what is more beneficial to Ghanaians and they will work towards it.
I see. Yenim sir, under the previous government, yenim kwanya fa so bosia bo ha man economy got to a point Ghana ya pamu ya kra free crofwa share so say my ma okra ma majebosia. Now, your books seems to be say echo the right direction. The president is saying that on pre Hong Kong komobesia you better fund your project out there. Government sanka aja enka kwanya bana na your books ratings square bano put you my good name. Sanka timi bowdom na ka timi ji kakra bedie. Ana bosia ya boro go odada no. Yentua no nwie ya da chebetimi ahoma no.
But I see the kind of a policy decision. And also actually nipa corner or manage the economy ni so ni the buy obi na ka bi say anka ebosia bonko na di manage economy anka no na efe enti say odeka na wako bank ana ba bi no akọ bosia na odi abeta agiane adi na we live peche na so obi na me your oga and it is simple to do, but when it comes to the managing the management of the economy, it goes beyond certain things. You must be more innovative and you must be more critical. And also what's the Ghana economy na say? It is also the economy na say that is where you'll be able to offer solutions to it. Senior Kayano, now your economy is more import dependent. It's the import dependent time you have can money from Anonedia back. It is all common on the Nasa Bobosiana or the Bagana. Not that the Cocrano money the bar. Oh, boy, will be on mine, Aquanim, a brown cock of Bachelor. And today now, we have it now one will export Aquanim, Unya Wejuma. And now, oh, per se, Okaman on the Bobosiana, Bosiana on the Bano, and he now with the share. Who did a journey, no other sorry, not a commando. Another who investing into critical sectors of the economy. So for the past years, near Bobosiani Bebrina, but Bosiani a boy, near the luxurious lifestyle, I am investing into any critical infrastructure. And it is the luxurious lifestyle, and it beginning say government and office of government machinery or more allocation when it comes to budget. When you look at the ministers or the government size now, so also expenses in the they are all into consumption and then recurrent expenditures are. And you don't generate this kind of money. But right now, no, if you don't want to go to the market and go and borrow, then you are investing money into capital infrastructure. And then you say the government of Ghana had that they are allocating almost 14 billion Ghana cedis into big push. Anytime you obey your work when you piano, you know that it goes a long way to make movement easier. Now, conform also adding your foodstuffs and buy every the villages and the farming areas and the back room, it reduces their cost of production and their cost of operations. I want Koma for. And it's we investing into road construction. That is a good thing. Time beyond so you crack. That is a 40 things, it increases our import values. Meanwhile, why economy is developing. And it is when your policy be I be boys and I bet now cut down your importation of poultry products to a larger extent to help us. When you look at say, then irrigation farming, I bet my Ghana and feeding instead of importing rice, instead of polished rice and as a perfume rice, make from an on the bano. Ten piano, and down back crown of my shaman on the piano, who was or mine, a cononym, a bragana from Chirabo. Meanwhile, so you was say, I bet me a diado fool, a diado be DFA, I bet my soul, a magana for a DB, that may be acquired a common on it, and Shirana upon their mind. And today, a bit my someone, a bit now why am I more domestically sufficient to feed ourselves and then export to the rest. The next one here, they buy a natural resources. Now, your Bobosian, the end of my who's so fast. But thinking outside the box, now there were a lot of car, a fly, and the common money from the exploitation of our natural resources. A brand Ghana for any so fast. Ebiani say, now there's that regularization of the mining sector through the gold board. We cannot just have capital flights. And I said, nobody can export gold without it passing through gold board. So, statistics now, even gold board exportations now, they have one for Ghana reserve. We are talking about $6.6 billion as it stands right now. That is even more than a figure for the period of 2024. And when you regulate things very well, Ghana for another example, as the president said yesterday, about $42 billion. That year, expected a bit maybe I importing the Oma.
Not coming, Babaso.
Over $42 billion dollars. I expect to be media crown your media back and I say that's kind of free or coin. A Brian just so password. And it means that people are deceiving the economy. People are taking advantage of the loopholes of the economy and nobody any. But as managers, you look at the loophole, then you find an innovative way which someone stealing that loophole. Immediately, ultimately stealing that loophole, then the benefit will come to Ghana. But in the previous past, it's like people were more interested in maybe personal benefit than say or mining in a. Because now we can say $1 and that even 12 Ghana cedis. And you'll be on an energy. Obinyanka encobe 20, 25. Next on the dollars or on Uncle Cra. Next or Danina when you seek a degree.
Yeah, $2 go a person as a microphone.
We read our 10 Ghana cedis. Ebinya kwa nkomebo president Lydia. Ebinya nkomebo oma nkomebo manage the economy. Say they are very insensitive. But they were taking a decision about the collective nature. And to unam proma no be any oh, as I say mo kwa so fango kwa so yati we say. But somebody say on personal interest and Canada dollar ne extra at 20, 25 and at 30. Ni akase okay the dollars no on opposition you can easily make money. But it is about being innovative and then be truthful to yourself. Say, yeah, to me, and hear the same thing over and over and believe, say, it will get the good results and a better result. And it's not always should we be, say, you are capital market, near easily generate the money internally. Now, such a kind of Ghana Hakrano, and then it is that can hear. Times they are no yet the consumption. Apply and find investment. It is a do say for yes, Ghana. Once the finance minister now should be done also. How will I be able to raise the money? Just the kind of way to win here. Na capital market work at your say, is here no, you are close to. Point member and Bobo Bill. Then your ratings by these international rating agencies and on a form. Immediately ever from behind, that means that people have lost confidence in the economy. And then the investors will no more invest their capital into an economy that is not investor friendly, and I think they don't have confidence in it.
You need any idea be the monitor in terms of say yeah Tamasika idea from anymore idea come on it one more data in say yeah the $42 billion yeah kwakotoniema it yeah ba yeah the nema worth of that amount to know the day share economy anymore because taking 42 billion out of an economy no we economists we say a very serious. Mechanism be any one more your mom sika ebi asumasi or no or a foreigner wa be a company or hanum taxes so to and na fee the first one no de ko but me dada economy me dada ban say sika me de ko me kwakwakoto niema e de aba be she economy mu no ye nim ade bia o hanum a ye betimi dia monitor the activities no
me da sibio Ghana had law bia epegiano ibu Ghana had I say wakodi boni na ya fro sebra staff common room terminal where no a hono na bo say boni awagi no so onim say humra o hokra bo say yakutwa abro na aka cho say ni sin ne etie empempie no it is about the enforcement and how to ensure that the regulator is more efficient and that enforcement and when you know the order no na edit mandate national no and also no be efficient and so no anye efficient no anye effective monitoring and no which be BT system anything because senior with you no obi na kan obi na developing virus obi so na developing antivirus they all know what it is. And the washer Mranegu one obi so another smart way and they are beating the system. But immediately I will be more forceful in terms of monitoring and enforcement, you see that the Pacono Yem crash is a mayadi we are. I should give away the honor and it's all your fan or you. But over the past year, you are living some liberal lifestyle when it comes to regulations and effective monitoring. And now, Master Animal United and in the by the saying as the Siano, it to me a discover and say this lump sum of money it's the economy of Ghana without the needed benefit for it. And then it means that right now somebody is doing what is expected of him or her, and I say somebody is being more efficient for the reason why they are being paid. And if you hear me, it is for the total benefit of Ghanaians. And so most times, the laws that regulate every single thing is there. And at the end, what you go, then you can say, Lord, you are what? I as a human being, they grow. And it says, yeah, law they buy in the year 2000 and 2005. And then no more, and it will not be able to deal effectively with the current circumstances. It's the reason why it may amendment needs me bringing stakeholders to a round table. Me who said again it is a bit my law and I say but when the one out there and say I want to solve this problem, better than what you go together, say rocky a break. I find a solution. Let me block this loophole in the system. Then, if they are not able to do that, then it means that the country will continue to suffer. But to a larger extent, nobody there is always a law and a regulator that is to ensure that the right thing is being done. But most times, we just compromise over it because of either personal agenda and as based on friends and family, and as we just try to seek for individual benefits.
Agra majobre yarube sianom na okoi na mibisa se udino sane wachro no sane yachro but pronunciation hachana
Patrovidine Hache Derek Emmanuel
Hache
Derek
Emmanuel. Yeah but obano zabi mutai mo the end oben x in one
sane etiano reporter regime Ghana ni
okay
Ghana here ba ko into which mean Bobon is that
and any accident for any H in him, right?
Pacho, our language, and I'm sure you.
Avo Akbanami. Thank you. Nicholas Laguda, thank you so much for that pronunciation. No, and edin, so but X, but in pronunciation, no, the X becomes H. Sana akwakoye. I say education, education. The D becomes J. T. Yes, I more phonics and one pronunciation. I don't know. Oko school papa obi yeah go presby presby for the Roma for the answer for the year but education early for no early for you to know to 30 pantem and we are the no so early local authority Eti Hache yes Derek Emmanuel economist Nenka ena moti se yere no adin komo in a minute